Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wangeshi Monene. I've missed you so much, you guys. Last week I wasn't able to drop a video because I've been slacking a little bit, and I was feeling like a little unmotivated, but this week I am back and I have so much content for you, and I hope you stay tuned. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more amazing content. I drop a lot of videos on positivity and just personal development, how you can grow yourself and achieve your goals. And I'm also planning on doing content on like content creation, the work itself of creating content. And for any person out there who would want to start creating content, I'll give you a few tips and I'll share my experiences. So today I want to do a video about like creating a life audit. So I did a life audit. I learned about doing a life audit, just like breaking it down about where my life is, and I just did a life audit and it really changed my life. It gave me like a sense of direction. I know like doing a life audit is broad because our lives are like our lives entail a lot of things. So doing like a whole audit of your life, it sounds a bit tiring. So my life audit, the one I'm going to share now, is just like to help you figure out how you can just live a fulfilling life and how you can like achieve your goals. So if you're asking what a life audit specifically means, a life audit is just where you like stop and reevaluate where you are in life. It can be in terms of your business, in terms of your relationships, in terms of your career, in terms of your mental health, and just like goals and every facet of life that you want to like evaluate so that you can move forward. So you reflect on where you are right now in terms of all those categories that I've given, and then where you want to go. So it's like you're doing an analysis. Yeah, you're doing an analysis of your life so that at least you can know where you're going wrong or what you're doing right, and then you can know the direction that you're going to take from then onwards. So I know you might be asking, why the hell should I create a life audit? To me, I created a life audit, or I just sat down and decided to do a life audit for myself because I needed to really know where I was in life. I really needed to know, like in terms of the goals that I set maybe from last year or this year, like where am I, so that I can know at least where I can improve on. So I also like wanted to do the life audit because I wanted to know where I could focus my time and energy. So if it's my career that needed more time and energy, yeah, I needed to do that analysis and know at least where my energy will go to. And also I needed to plan and prioritize the things that I wanted in life to achieve at least this year, so that I can get like the maximum results. So I know not everybody like feels like they need a life audit, but if you're unsure of if you need a life audit, I'll give you like a few points so that you can know who a life audit is for. So a few things that you can know about is if you're feeling stuck in life, I think you should like create a life audit so that you can like unstuck yourself and know the areas in your life that you're stuck in, and then you can move forward. And also like it's for people who are feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling unhappy, you're feeling a bit depressed, and you don't have like a direction. You're feeling, it's the same way like you're feeling stuck. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, like you have a lot of things that are in your mind, a lot of thoughts, a lot of goals that you want to achieve, but you don't know where to start, it's good to also do a life audit. Also it's also for a person who is like, you know, you're going around in circles. Yes, you're doing things to achieve your goals, but you feel like you're just in this like a hamster wheel. You're going round in circles, you're not achieving anything. So it's good to just like first stop and analyze your life so that you can know the direction you're going to take, instead of just going in circles, you know. Yeah, and also if you want to become like the best version of yourself, it's good to do a life audit. Like it doesn't hurt to know where you want to like put more energy and how you can plan yourself and like achieve your goals. So I know it sounds like a complicated thing, it sounds like a very technical process, but in the real sense, it's not. Okay, it's going to take maybe an hour or something. So I would encourage you to like take a book, you take your journal, your pen, pencil, anything, your sticky notes, a cup of tea, like, and follow this video till the end so that you can know how to like do the life audit. So the few steps I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you just 5 steps, and those 5 steps are the ones I used, and I'll be looking down on my planner, on my audit, the one I did, so that I can give you at least like practical examples from my own audit. And also, if you'd like me to do a video on the process of doing the life audit, like how I did mine, you can share in the comments below and I'll be sure to do the video. Yes, so let's get straight into our video. The first thing you need to do when you want to create a life audit is to just evaluate where you are, like evaluate your current life, your current state. So I want you to just find some quiet place and think about where you are, not in terms of where your parents want you to be or in terms of where your colleagues or your friends expect you to be. Where you are by yourself, like what you think you're doing by yourself. If maybe, for example, your friends don't think like you're doing well mentally, you know yourself, you know the journey that you've gone through, you know the growth that you've had over the years or over the months or over the weeks. So you know yourself. So sit down and write down where you are right now in terms of all the facets in life. For me, when creating my audit, the categories that I mostly concentrated on was, first was family and friends, and then my career. So my career is in terms of business, in terms of content creation, and yeah, all that, YouTube and stuff. And then another category I have is love. So that's my relationship with my partner. And then also there's health. So under health, I have like mental health, physical health, like wellness and all that. And then another facet I have is legacy. So under legacy I have like money, my money, and maybe something that I want to start in the future, just maybe, you know, to live for my name, you know, a business that will be carried on to my children and children's. Yeah, so that's the legacy. So you should like write down all those facets. Now you could have your own facets, maybe it's not necessary that you use mine. So the things that are important in your life, it could be 2 or 3 or 4 that you want to concentrate on this year. You write them down, and then after writing them down, I want you to give them a score of 1 to 10 where you are. Let's say maybe in terms of family and friends, maybe you don't have a good relationship with your family, and you want to maybe improve on that. So you give it a score. Maybe your score will be 3 or 2. And then maybe in your career, if you haven't been maybe putting so much effort lately, you can give it a score, and all that facet. So give them a score. So that's the first step. Okay. So the second thing I want you to do is to subcategorize. So all those categories that you wrote, the family, the career, the health, and all that, I want you to subcategorize them. Okay, now that you know how you're doing in those areas because you've given them a score, it's time to like categorize them into other like small desires, like what you desire in those categories that you wrote in step number 1. So under each category, you write what you aspire to do. For example, for me, under my career, I want to like go back to school. So I want to do like another course and add on to my degree. So right now, the way I'm doing like content creation, I'm really enjoying it. So I want to at least maybe get extra like certification, or just, you know, go back to school and learn more. You know, I learn a lot from online courses and stuff, but I think also I should like go to school and get extra certification. So in terms of your career, write down everything that you want to do. If you want to, work hard, ask for promotion at work, write it down, everything you want to do. If it's for business, what do you want? You want to learn more how you can boost your business using social media, write it there. You want to maybe learn marketing, write it under all that. Write as many as you want. Under friends and family, like if you're not good with connecting with them. For me, I was so bad at communicating. Okay, not communicating, but keeping contact. Yes, because most of the times I did not school near home, so I went to boarding very young, and all my education have been far from home. So like the most time I would spend at home maybe would be a month, let's say the most, and maybe sometimes it will be even 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then I'm back in school. So most of my schooling I did it far from home, and even my campus I was away from home, so I wasn't at home most of the times, and I was so used to staying by myself and just depending on myself. And I think people also in my family were used to me being so independent, so they weren't like checking up on me so much, and I got used to it. And now that I'm done with school, I figured that I don't call my mom as often as I should. I don't call my sisters, I don't call my relatives, I don't call my friends as much. So I really wanted to improve on this, and in doing my audit, I wrote like I'm supposed to at least call my parents every week, plan on dates with my friends and do all that. So I just made that conscious effort and wrote it down. I'll be calling them every week, I'll be visiting my parents, visiting my friends, and all that. So under every category, write everything that you wish or you desire that you want to do better. Okay, so another thing, after you've written everything that you desire, I want you to give them a timeline. Like I've said, under family and friends, I wrote that I want to be calling. So in my timeline, I wrote that I want to be calling every week. So every Sunday, I have to make that call. I have to check up on everyone. I know it sounds weird that I have to schedule to call my friends or my family, but that's what I had to do, because I didn't just have that inner like motivation. Like I could stay for months even without speaking to people like from my my family and friends. So I had to I wanted this year to make that conscious effort to do better. So give it a timeline. If you want to go back to school, like me, I said I want to go back to school by August. If you want to learn marketing, write down I'll be doing a course every week. Like say I'll be doing a course maybe on Saturday. If you have a 9 to 5, you say on Saturday when you wake up, you're going to give yourself 2 hours and do a course. So if you want to improve your business, you want to learn social media, you have to give it a timeline. Don't just say you learn social media, just leave it open like that. Give it a timeline and say I'm going to at least learn social media. By the time this quarantine thing is done, at least I'll know something about marketing my business and learning social media and researching my market and all that stuff. So give everything that you've written, like under those categories, give it a timeline. So the third thing that you need to do is make a plan. Now that you know what you desire, you know what you want to do, I want you to prioritize everything that you've written down. I know like not everything can be achieved within a certain timeline, and I don't want you to be overwhelmed. So I want you to prioritize things that are important, that can be done now or can be done maybe within the next few months. So if doing a course is a priority right now, you want to do it within a couple of maybe this month, write it on top. That's what you're going to do, so that when you're doing maybe a to-do list of every day, you can implement it and say Tuesday I'll do a course, Wednesday I'll study whatever you want to do, Sunday I'll call my family and all that stuff, Friday I'll call my therapist, like that. So I want you to prioritize things that are important now, because there are things that maybe they're not a priority. You want to do them eventually. You see, like something like me starting a legacy for my family, it's not something, it's something gradual. It's not something that, like I'm going to achieve within this year. Building a legacy takes even years. So it's there, yes, but it's something that I'm going to achieve within a certain timeline, which is a bigger timeline. Although the steps to achieving that legacy, I'm going to put it in my to-do list. Okay, I don't want to confuse you. I hope you're following through. Okay, yeah, so you need to have like specific steps, have a plan now to achieve these things that you desire, that you've written in step number 2. For example, like, okay, I've given you an example of maybe a business. You want to maybe do a course, or you want to read more books in a certain area. So I want you to make that plan, that if it's a book, I'm going to be doing a book a month. If it's a course, I'll be doing a course a month or a course a week, just depending on your availability or like how busy you are. So I need you to make that plan. If it's for money, I want you to save. You say like, I'm going to save 20% or 5%. Have a fixed account, have a target amount of money that I want to save every year. So you know you want to achieve something, but the plan is what is going to get you there. So I need you to make that plan. In under everything that you've desired, I want you to make that plan. So implement everything that you see, the plan that you're making. Like you're saying, I'm going to call this, I'm going to call my family within this type of period. I'm going to do dates every month, at least to keep my relationship going. I'm going to be buying gifts for my spouse to keep my love life, you know, rejuvenated. I'm going to be I'm going to start taking insurance, maybe for therapy, so that you can start doing therapy if you can't afford to pay like cash for therapy. So I want you to all these things that you've done, I want you to implement them in your to-do list. So if you don't have a to-do list, I don't know how you're going to achieve all these things, because all these things you desire are things now you're going to implement them and into your daily routine, and do just small things every day, so that you can get to your like ultimate goal. So I have a template that I use for myself for a to-do list. So it's not complicated. I just have what I want to do. Let's say on Sunday I make a to-do list of, I just do like a brain dump of everything that I want to do maybe this week. So I write them maybe like 10 things, and then every single day I prioritize 3 things, because who are we lying to? Like, you can't do like 10 things in a day. We only have 24 hours in a day, and 8 hours or 10 hours in those hours you're asleep. So yes, I don't like to overburden myself, so I prioritize at least 3 things every day. So I write the to-do list and I prioritize the 3 things, and then I, at least by the end of the day, if I achieve 3 things, just imagine in all those goals that you set for yourself, if you're doing 3 things every single day, 365 days in a year, just imagine where you will be. You see, so making a plan is very important, and prioritizing things that you want to do right now is very like important. The next thing you need to do, the 4th thing that you need to do, is analyze your obstacles. So this time I want you to now, like, you dig deep again, because I don't lie to myself. I've been doing planning for like, hey, I can show you my planners for 2018. I was planning, but I never did anything. Like, I never achieved anything. I have gaps in my planner. Maybe I could plan in a week, and then I don't even tick out anything. I don't do anything. So I was so good at planning, but implementing it was difficult. And I realized I wasn't implementing anything because I had obstacles. I had habits that were preventing me from achieving what I want to achieve. So look at yourself and see what you're doing like that will make you not to achieve this plan. Because you can make all the plans in the world, buy all the planners in the world, write to-do list every single day, but if you don't know what's making you not to achieve your goals, or something that's hindering you from achieving, like if you don't have that inner motivation to just do it, you won't achieve anything, to be too honest. Okay, so look for those things. For me, most of it was just self-doubt. Yes, I was doubting myself, and also I had like very bad habits. I had self-medicating habit. And I also, okay, that time I was dealing with a lot of depression and anxiety, so I self-medicated like a lot. And you know, when I make a plan, yes, I make a plan, and then I put the planner there, and then I start self-medicating. Of course, the next day, if I was supposed to start my day at 8, I won't start my day at 8 because I'll wake up, I'll be hungover, my mind won't be clear to do what I want to do. So I'll be dragging myself. And then most of the times I will just wake up, take breakfast, and end up back in bed. Or I will just be, I'll just like tell myself, I'll watch one episode of something and then end up watching the whole series. So I had like bad coping habits with what I was going through. And I had like a bad sleeping routine. I didn't have a morning routine. Like, it was just bad. And I also like kind of had a lot of fear, and procrastinating also was something that I did a lot. Yeah, so I also procrastinated to make a plan. Like, I'll show you, I'll do a video where I'll show you like, this thing doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. You just need to make that effort every single day. If you don't, if you fail right now, tomorrow is another day to do it again. Never give up, never doubt yourself. And I'm here for you guys. Like, I've gone through it. Everything that I'm sharing here, I've gone through it. And if you have any difficulty in all this, you can leave a comment below. You can DM me on my Instagram. Yeah, I have the same name, Wangeshi Munene. So I just want you to look at those obstacles, and then I want you to really know what are you going to do about it. Because if you realize, okay, these are the bad habits I have, these are the obstacles to my dreams, and then not do anything about it, then it was all useless. Yeah, you know. So like, realize all those bad habits and just write down what you can do different. For me, when it came to self-medicating, it was a way of like numbing my pain, or just to forget. And I really had to look for a way out, and so I sought therapy. And I went to therapy, and I realized, oh, I can talk to someone, and I felt so much better. So instead of when I feel overwhelmed or I feel certain emotions, instead of self-medicating, I would maybe call my therapist or call a friend and talk to someone. And then I would realize that, you know what, self-medicate wasn't even helping. It was making matters even worse. So, and then also my sleeping patterns, I really had to like control myself when it came to movies, and burying myself in like other people's lives, because mostly I was watching reality, and that's getting buried in other people's lives instead of concentrating on your own life. So I had to like do something different, because I knew I couldn't control myself to watch only one episode. I used to like download just enough to watch maybe on weekends, so that during the weekday I have nothing to watch. So when it comes in the evening, maybe I've done my to-do list, and I know what I'm going to do the next day. And so at least I won't watch anything. I don't have anything to watch. So probably I'll just like scroll on Instagram, and you know, maybe listen to music, and then I'll sleep. So I had to really push myself to really like get over that watching too much movies. So in short, I did something about it. So if something is really preventing you from achieving your goals, look into it and see how you can do different, how you can do, like, you can change the whole thing. Okay. And if you can't do it by yourself, seek help from someone who's done it before, or go for therapy. Like, just consult with someone. It's not weak to ask for help. Okay. So my other thing, so the fifth thing I want you to do is to take action now, and then you be accountable. So you've made a plan, you know what you desire, you've divided your life into different categories, and you know what you want to achieve in all those categories. Now I want you to take action, because the action is what is now going to make you to achieve your goals. So put in the work, work hard. I know it's not going to be easy to do everything at once, but all I say every day is just like, be easy on yourself. You know, like I said, like last week I was feeling very unmotivated. I couldn't like dress up and create content. And I just told myself, you know what, it's okay like sometimes to feel unproductive, and who knows next week how it will be like. So over the weekend, I got some morale, took some pictures, and you can see those amazing pictures how I did a self photo shoot at home on my Instagram. And my psyche was just all up, and this week has been amazing. Yes, so don't be hard on yourself like at all. Just create a routine, be self-disciplined in everything that you do. And if something doesn't work out, don't beat yourself up, okay? So learn to do the to-do lists. Yeah, I have a template, by the way. I told you guys I have a template that I use so to do my to-do list. So I stick it somewhere so that at least I can see when I wake up, I see what I'm supposed to do. So if you want me to share that template, comment in the comment section below. I'm going to give you guys for free. So I'll send it to you, and then you can just download it, and you can make a few copies for every copies, or you can just like have one and be writing on it with a pencil and then rub. But me, I just prefer like having many copies, and then I just bind them, and every day at least I can write, and at least at the end of the month I can see my progress. Because when you write and rub, you won't be able to remember if you ticked your goals or not, because at least you can see like progress. Yeah, I want you to like just process everything. I know it sounds like a lot to do, but just one step at a time. Do it slowly, and I know there's no like magic formula to success. All you need is just to make an effort. Just make a little effort. Just start today, little by little, step by step, and get out of your head. Don't stop doubting yourself. I know you can do it. You can achieve everything that you've always wanted to achieve, because me, I believe in yourself, I believe in myself, and I believe in you guys too. So start the journey today. Do that life audit today, so that you can start that journey into achieving all your goals that you want to achieve this year. A pro tip that I'm going to share with you is you should create something called a dream space. So in my planner, I have like a blank space that I have. It's called a dream space, where I just do like a brain dump of all the things that I want to achieve. So I could be just somewhere and a thought comes in my mind, or an idea, so I write it down. Sometimes I don't have my planner every day, so I use my phone. This section of notes, I use that section. So if anything comes to mind, I write it. If anything comes to mind, I write it down, and then I'll just transfer it into my dream space. So I want to challenge you to write 100 things. 100 things that you've always wanted to do, even if it's something you wanted to do since childhood. Write it down, and then now all these things that you're writing, you can incorporate them into your to-do list and into your plan, and you'll find yourself like winning and smashing those goals, and you'll just be like, oh my god, I'm doing it. And I wish you guys all the best in doing this. So if you have any suggestion of a video that you want me to do, just leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be sure to read your comments, and I'll be able to create a video. So remember to give me a thumbs up,